Good morning, everyone. It's Amy with Mama Bear Blue. Welcome. It's Mondays with Mom, and I'm here with my mom, Debbie. I had a request recently for how to stamp on fabric with IOD stamps and ink. So I thought we'd go back to that. It's been a long time since we've done this. Last fall, Southport Antique Mall had a their fall. No, I think it was their their anniversary.
Yeah.
And so they kind of commissioned me to stamp how many was it? Not 600. Was it
It was a lot.
450 dish towels, which we got it done and they turned out great. So that was fun. But I thought we'd go back to this and just show you guys some tips on stamping on fabric because it can be done. So let me walk you through the steps on what you can do to stamp on fabric. So we are going to be using some 100% cotton towels from Amazon, and I can drop the link in there later. And we're going to be using IOD ink. And if you watched a couple weeks ago, we mixed up our own ink color. So I thought we'd try that again because I'd like to make, since we're making spring themed towels, I would like to make like a lilac or like a light lavender. So I'm going to see if we can accomplish that. All right, so let me tell you the first thing you're going to need to do once you get your towels. You need to wash them and dry them and then iron them the best you can. There's always a little bit wrinkly, but that's okay because actually when you're completely done stamping and the ink's dry, you're going to heat set it with an iron again. So, and don't use any fabric softener. So you don't want fabric softener on there because that prevents the ink from really setting in like it should. So, all right, I guess we'll just kind of dive in. Do you want to look through? So I picked some stamps that I thought would be possibilities for us to use, and these are the Ironworker Design stamps. This is one from the newest release called Meadowlark, and it had a lot of birds and butterflies and plants. There's this. The look of what that one is, Meadowlark. So I brought that one as a possibility. I'm going to hand that to you. And we're going to need to if we do use that, we'll need to rough it up a little with some sandpaper since it's the very first time using it. So there's that. Lace, you guys remember from a couple weeks ago, we used that. I know. So that's a possibility. This is nice because it has like borders. And I think about putting a border, top and bottom on that. And then this is, of course, I used this one a couple weeks ago, but it is one of my favorites, Folk Story. I don't know, that's a possibility. And then I did grab a font, and then when I do these towels and I do monogrammed towels, I like to use a stamp called Alpha Bellies, and I don't think IOD sells this one anymore. These provide a really cool background for the monogram, for the letters. So it's the background that you see around these letters called Alpha Bellies. So, and then I pulled birds and bees just because there's a bee in there, several bees, and we love bees. Lots of bees. And then I wanted to.
This is a side eye.
Yes, just rough. You just want to go like one direction and then the other direction. IOD, I also have these thin mounts, which come in handy if you're wanting to like arrange a design because they will cling to this. And then you can ink it up and then go right on to your design or your towel. Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and try to mix up. We already ironed these as best we could. So I'm going to set that aside. Okay, so I chose Ocean's Deep, although I'm kind of debating now. Maybe I should have chose China Blue. I feel like Ocean's Deep's a little turquoisey. Let me pull China Blue. I feel like that might be closer to a true blue, which would help us make our lilac color. China Blue. So China Blue, tomato, and a little bit of mixing white, because I know the blue and the red will make the purple, but I want to take this down to like a lilac. So that's the plan. I also want to show them the tote. I posted it on the page. I really love how it turned out. If you watched last week, I took a tote I got for $5 Good morning, Debbie. And painted it in the blood moon and put a transfer on it. It is really pretty, and it's one of my it's probably one of my favorite coats I've done. I love the color.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show them that in just a minute.
Okay, I think we're all sandpapered up.
Okay, and that when you only need to rough that up with that's a 220 grit sandpaper one time. You only need to do it one time, the first time you use it, and that just opens up that silicone just a little bit to give it more tooth to hold on to the ink. We might test out one of those just on the paper and kind of see what it looks like and decide if we want to use that.
I kind of like this one, but it's big. So I don't want to do that yet. Yeah. I'll just...
And with those, I am fine with cutting. So let me explain this to them. So they come on if you're new to IOD stamps, so they come on this sheet. And a lot of times I just go ahead and cut when there's a lot of elements on here. I go ahead and just cut them out so that the backing stays on, because I feel like that makes it a lot easier to use. Now, if you do that, you're not going to be able to put them on a thin mount. You do have to peel them off if you're trying to arrange them onto the thin mount, but I don't plan on probably having to do that with this one. I'd rather it keep its backing because it's more solid. So if we need to cut those out, that's fine. And IOD also makes the storage envelopes, which we do have in stock, and that you can keep your stamp all together if you do end up cutting it like that. So that's convenient. Okay.
I'll try to stamp this little bird.
Okay.
See if I did it
right. You want to try it with
I don't care what you...
Yeah, try it with the pink. And then I already whenever you start a stamping project, before you start, like 10 or 15 minutes before, you want to go ahead and give your ink pads a fresh little coat of ink. It doesn't need a lot of it, but
if you can't get it open.
There you go.
All right.
So these are ready to go. I already inked these on.
Okay.
The empty ink bottles IOD does sell, so that's what we're going to do.
Okay, do I do this?
No, it's easier to put that down.
Yes.
Otherwise,
you're going to get you got to bring
inked up fingers. Yeah, it's easier to take the ink pad and put it onto the silicone.
You don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah. I mean, just to test it on here, it's fine. I just want to see what it looks like and how detailed it is. And good morning, Kathy. Yeah. Let me try.
Yeah, I did it wrong.
No, you didn't. It's just got a lot of detail. And when you're stamping on fabric, you do need extra ink because it needs to soak into the fabric. But I just wanted to see if this was a little too detailed for fabric. And that's what I was wondering how that would look. But we do have the other bird stamp.
Yeah. I really like this, but maybe it's too detailed.
Yeah, I feel like because it just kind of spreads out in the fabric just a little bit. So if you have really tight detail, I feel like maybe it wouldn't quite.
Let me clean it.
Yeah, clean that one off and then check on this one. It might give us a little more, especially like the bee or something. I'll let you test that out.
Okay, has that already been?
Oh yeah, all those have been sanded. So I'm gonna kind of guess. Good morning. I'm gonna start with some red, trying to get to a lilac, and this might be a little bit of trial and error. And then I'm gonna put in some China blue, because I do know red and blue make purple.
You learned that in grade school.
From way back. Shake it up a little bit, see where we're at.
We really inked this.
It doesn't have to be perfect. And then you,
yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Here you go. Dry it off and see if it comes off. Sometimes it's just all this soapy ink that's kind of waiting, but that does have a lot of detail. So this is turning out to look like a violet at this point. We're getting there though. That's close. Okay, I'm going to do that again, red and blue, and then we're going to get the white in there to lighten this up.
I think if
you know what? I think I'm almost there, but I just realized I don't have the nozzle. Remember when I had that problem before? I'll go find it. The nozzle that fits on there. Yeah, this is going to be good once we get the white in there. I wish I hadn't poured that much out though. I'm putting in some mixing white to lighten this up to hopefully a lilac.
I'm thinking I might just do that.
The lace? Yeah, that'd be pretty. And you know, if you want to do the alpha bellies with the monogram, you can do that too.
Okay.
So.
But I'm going to wait until you get the right color.
See, look at that. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, perfect.
Should I go lighter? I don't know. That's really...
What, you need a brush and...
Let me get an artist brush. That's pretty... Okay, let me show you guys where we're at. So... where we're at so far. I'm gonna put a little bit more white in, not a ton. And then I'm gonna let it be what it is. I'm gonna go with that, I think. I'm sure this week are gonna be great.
That's lavender.
Towards the end of the week. Normally you'd have a little nozzle on the bottle. It does come with your empty bottle. All right, I'm gonna smear that around with a brush. I'm really winging it on this part.
It's all right.
Normally you could just use the nozzle to work it down into the ink pad.
It's funny that they don't have a lavender.
No, they kind of give you the basic colors, and then that's why they make the empty bottles.
Oh, so you can make
them. So you can, and the mixing white, so you can like make different shades of things. So let's let that sit there a minute. That'll be a good light purple for spring. They come with, and they do have different sizes, but this is the size I like to use. They come with a little hanging hook, so I always like to make that one be at the top.
Uh-oh.
But normally I use my towels like hung over the you
already got my
handle of my oven so that the image shows out. So I usually only stamp like the bottom half because that's what's going to show, and then I can turn it around and stamp the other one if I want to reverse it.
Right.
So, but if you think, you know, if that doesn't matter to you and you want to go right in the center, that's fine. But I like mine to look how it would look when it's hanging on the handle.
Right.
You don't, go ahead and ink it up once and I'll look at it and tell you if it's, you'll need more. You need to press harder. I know I inked that one up, so you should be good. Yeah. Just keep doing that till it's all this kind of the same.
They don't make a shamrock stamp, huh?
They don't. I've not seen like a clover, 4-leaf clover, or anything like that. Trying to find the background I want for my letter. I think what I might do actually is just use some of these floral outlines to go around my letter.
Very
so there's some little floral like borders to go around it. So we'll go with that. We won't be using the masks today. Masks are just what you put on. So let's say I stamp one of these, and then what I would do is, actually, I would stamp the letter first. I would stamp my letter on, and then I would cover my letter with a mask. And the masks are a set that come with each of your stamps now. They're a little piece of plastic, and I would take the stamp that matches my letter. Let's say it's an R. After I stamp my R, I put my mask on the R, and then I would stamp over it with, like, say, this square. And when I do that, I am not stamping where that R was, obviously, because it has plastic over it. So like then it looks like a border.
Remember that? Get enough ink.
I think it looks pretty good.
You do?
Let me see.
Look. Oh, there's a trick.
Yeah, just pouncing it, and then I feel like it gets it on there a little more evenly. So let's go with that.
All right.
Now be careful. You have to flip your paper.
Yeah.
When you do stamp, you're going to want to really press with the, so I don't know if you want to stand up and do it or if you just want to eyeball it, but don't set that down on it until, don't do that.
Drop it.
Line it up because once it touches, it can't move. So look at each of your corners, decide where that stamp's going, and then just gently lay it.
What if it's not even?
Good. Okay. So with one hand, hold it. Okay. And the other hand, you're going to really, like really press. The key is not shifting. And before you lift it up, I want to look at it.
Okay.
So just don't lift it. Okay. Okay. Let me cut these little borders out to do around my letter. This is a fun little activity too to do like at a girls' night.
Yeah.
Or, you know, make Mother's Day gifts, Easter things. Before you pull it all the way off, we can do a little peek at it and see if we think it's gonna. And if you need to take like a scrap piece of, you know, fabric, if you're trying it for the first time to really test it out before you like commit to a full towel, you can do that. But let me check. Yeah, I think it worked. I'm gonna pull it off. There you go. You got it. Let me talk about that. And that's not a big deal, but I do want to tell them.
Getting ink on this.
Yeah. So when you are pressing hard into your stamp, you will see sometimes you get some down here where you really don't want it, like on this where there's no stamp, but it's still the silicone. And you can keep your, I just reached for them. Where did I put them? The baby wipes. Did you see
I had them?
Did we set them down? I don't know. We always do this. Anyway, if you take a baby, you were cleaning with it.
I think they're under all those.
Is it? No. It's all right. I just want to tell them, like, a baby wipe will take that off before you stamp, so you don't have to.
They said tricks on that.
Anybody sees it and we don't, tell us. All right. So, Mom, do you want to do?
It's the leprechauns.
Are you doing?
I don't know what to do now.
Are you doing another border up here and then some like birds and butterflies in the middle? You could do that.
I could do that.
You could do that. Because it would be like
right up at that center.
Or you could just leave that as like the bottom and whatever you want to do. You want to try some birds or bee or what?
I don't know. What if I did this?
You could. You just don't want to overlap any. Yeah, I mean, you definitely can't. You don't overlap that because then that'll look really dark.
Stupid. Sorry. Don't do that.
Stupid.
That'll look so stupid.
All right. This is what I'm going to use to go around the edges of my letter. I think we'll do the R. And if I can find it. Let's see.
I really smeared it.
It's okay. You're going to need to re-ink it anyway, so
it's on the...
You're going to have to do that again once you put this on. Just telling you, creating more work for yourself.
All right. There you go. Oops.
Here.
That's not dry?
No, but it's not going to hurt to like move the towel up for a minute. Well, you can get your get that inked back up, and then you'll know this time to just take a wet cloth. I'm going to use the new purple, and first I want to just go ahead and get the R on there. If you guys have any questions, let me know. When we get these stamped, we'll talk about the process that happens next. These I didn't cut up, so these are well loved too. We've used these a lot. The font.
You can't put it back on there, can you?
I mean, it's so hard to line that detailed of a stamp to line it back up. You can try, but
no,
I feel like with that much detail,
It'll
It's
look
gonna turn
stupid.
it'll turn into a really solid border. Hi Barb, thanks for joining us. Debbie, back earlier, Debbie said they didn't get snow.
They didn't?
I think that's the last. No more snow now. We're done. It was we had a nice couple rounds of blizzardish weather. We don't need any more. This is plenty of ink. Whoa. On this, I can tell it's a lot of ink. That's good though, because you need that little extra for fabric. Okay. I'll line this up on here. And hold it still while I make sure that everywhere I put ink on that stamp is touching the fabric. Peeking at it, and if it's not quite dark enough, you can lay it back down and press a little harder. If you guys are just joining us, we are making stamped towels for spring. There we go. That turned out good. I like that.
If I do that upside down?
Huh, it can go either way. No, it can go either way, because if you had it as a, oops, I did put my ink pad upside down.
And I can't do it.
I'll
have to do it up here. Well.
Here, you know what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
My ink is going to dry.
Well, no, actually the open time on ink is a lot longer. Where's the lace? Where's your lace stamp? The rest of it. Nope, I have it. Forget it. I was looking to see. Okay. So this is a good example of how we can show them how we use masks. So this is the mask to that. Why do you look like you're
I'm a deer in the headlights, really.
So if we lay this over that, you can stamp on there without it looking double stamped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I can figure out how to open the mask package. So all the stamps now from IOD come with this in case you want to layer your stamps.
I'm watching ink dry.
No. I promise it does stay wet for way longer than the DIY paint does.
Okay.
About the biscuit. There we go. Okay. All right. Now cover up. Let's cover up what you did with this. So this is an exact match to her stamp. Can you get that to match? Because from this angle, I can't tell. Do you want me to re-ink it just in case?
Yes.
Okay. I got some purple there. No, it's on the other side. It's okay. And then you can put it wherever you want it, and it's gonna.
Well, where do you want it?
Well, it's your towel, right? So wherever you want it. It would have. You're wanting to make a square, I think. Is what you're thinking.
What, doesn't the lace go on the outside? No.
What do you mean? It can. Do you want it to? Because you did it. Is that why you were saying you did it on the wrong?
Yeah, that's why I thought the lace should be on the bottom.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just see what this looks like. Am I lined up at the bottom?
Looks like it.
All right. There you go. It might just be trial and error, and it's okay. The towels only end up being like $1 each.
I think I gave you a whole bunch.
You did. You want to press and not move it? Okay. You know what? Trial and error. Learn things. Learn from them.
Okay, I need a bird.
Okay, that pack that had the beanies in it. Okay. One of my first learning how to do it. Oh, I really love this purple. I really do. Are you
what about a flower? Now you're Sandy. Now you're confusing me. Okay, where's the flowers?
Oh no, Sandy. What have you done?
Not that
You
one.
changed your mind. There's no flowers. What?
She said put a flower.
Oh,
I'm gonna
well,
put a flower here. Cover that.
Okay, you can do that. Well, yes. What do we, like, that kind of flower?
Just something. Just something. Something.
Mom wants to get this over with as soon as she possibly can. Oh, shoot.
Has that one been?
Yeah, you roughed this up. Remember we decided
Is that the one we just did? Oh.
No, this is the new one called Meadowlark, right? Yeah.
This is
at this point you're just trying.
You're gonna be really surprised how good this looks.
Okay. All right, Mom. We'll see.
Sorry.
Cute.
Maybe I didn't get enough sleep last night.
Maybe stamping towels wasn't the right project to choose today.
Well, maybe just for me. You're doing perfect.
I like that. I think that looks cool. Now, the question is, do I leave it simple or keep going? Actually, I think I just want to leave it simple, but I do want to close in these two corners. That looks cool.
I told you.
She did great. Okay,
that's because
good
Sandy
idea,
said,
Sandy.
Do a flower.
Okay, I honestly, I want to show them. I honestly was really hesitant about you double stamping over that edge, but I don't know why. But it looks good.
Well, see, maybe it's better not to know so much.
Maybe you need to stop asking me what to do and just do whatever Sandy says.
Thank you, Sandy. But now I feel like I have to do one on this side.
You should. You definitely should.
So you don't stamp ink on ink?
Not, that looked really good. Like, not normally I don't, because it like muddles it up the image. But I think it's because...
Well, I did this real dark.
You did. That's why. You did that a lot darker. And so...
It worked.
And it's just subtle, like a space filler. Yeah, it's pretty.
It's covering up a big mistake.
Yeah. You're going to need to put the mask on that side like you did.
Okay.
And then you can use the flower to do what you did, and this is turning out nice. The green is called New Grass.
Whoa. Now
there's going to be a lot. So I stopped like squeezing it, and I use the nozzle then to work that ink into the ink pad.
Okay. Do you think I should just use this the way it is because these are lighter?
Yeah, I think so, but you do need to put the so let's be careful about your paper. Get that lined up and do the same thing on that side. All right, here's the smaller border piece that I want to put onto the corner of this. I can add you to that list. And at Farm Girl, there is the Saturday of Mother's Day weekend is Art in the Garden. So where she'll have some vendors. Oh, I like this.
In this background.
You're double stamping?
Well, okay. Look.
You might as well.
That's not good.
You could always put some flowers in it.
Well, I'm going to,
okay. But... okay. Art in the Garden is always fun. There's some artists doing some live art, and there is a chance, not 100%, but there's a chance that the workshop will be open behind Farm Girl by then. That's Tracy's goal.
That would be awesome.
And if that's the case, I may be set up in there. I don't know. I need to talk to Tracy. I thought about maybe setting up in there and doing a make and take.
Something
so we shall
easy?
See. Yeah.
Not stamping?
Easy. I don't know. That was good. Okay, so I used the two larger borders and these corners and smaller, and it came together nicely with the new purple color that I mixed up. That looks really good over the smear.
Oh, yeah, I think I will.
I really like that. I really do. Good idea, Sandy. I don't know. Maybe you should like put the flowers all through the lace, not just the corners.
Okay, I'll be here a while.
You can just, I'll go run the errands and you can stay here and do that.
No, no. I'm with you.
All right. Finish these. So what I usually do is wait about 24 hours and then I take a hot iron, as hot as I can get it. And you don't want to use any steam. So it's just a hot, dry iron, and iron this to heat set it. And then I try not to, I use these mainly as decorative towels, but some people have just used them as normal dish towels. I try not to wash it for 30 days and just give that some time to cure up. And when I've done that, I've been pretty successful. If it keeps its ink over time, after wash, it'll fade a little bit. That's normal, but it'll still be fine over time. So you want to heat set with the dry iron, and then you can even also just throw it in the dryer for a while after you do that, and that will heat set it for you. But that's all you need to do. You don't need to spray anything on it or do anything else to it. All the pretty flowers growing out of the lace. And this flower is one of the new ones that came in the metal set.
This one.
Yeah, the little daisies. I have a plan for my flower garden this year, and I have high hopes for it. So we'll see. No, it looks good. I really like this subtleness of how it's covering up. So you can always go back and cover up some things, right? If you're not happy with them.
Especially if you don't really care.
I think that looks great.
Awesome.
So we can decide how you want to finish it up, or I can finish it up for you. And we'll let these dry, heat set them, and they'll be good to go. All right, guys, I hope you have a great week. We will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
I like it too.
Yeah, I think it looks really good.
Know.
You never know.